In the world of unhealthy relationships, accountability is often the first casualty. When someone gets caught in a lie or crosses a boundary, instead of owning up, they quickly shift gears. Every confrontation becomes a stage for excuses, deflection, and emotional gymnastics. The manipulator skillfully flips the script, making you feel like the problem, even when you're simply addressing the truth. This isn't just confusion or misunderstanding, it's a calculated move to dodge responsibility and avoid consequences. The result? You're left questioning your own reality, wondering if you're the villain for wanting honesty. Whenever you try to discuss a real issue, the conversation takes a sharp turn. Instead of addressing the problem, the manipulator launches into a performance, full of excuses and blame shifting. Suddenly you're accused of being controlling, insecure, or even attacking them. This emotional sleight of hand is designed to make you doubt your intentions and feel guilty for bringing up legitimate concerns. It's a cycle that repeats, leaving you emotionally drained and constantly second-guessing yourself. Manipulators are experts at twisting normal problems into something much bigger. When you try to address the truth, the situation is flipped until you feel like the villain. Your reasonable concerns are painted as attacks and their wrongdoing is minimized or ignored. This constant narrative twisting isn't accidental. It's a deliberate strategy to keep you off balance and maintain control. Over time, you may start to believe their version of events, losing sight of what's actually happening. It's important to recognize that this pattern isn't just confusion or poor communication. It's intentional manipulation. The goal is to avoid facing consequences by making you question your own reality. By constantly shifting blame and rewriting the story, the manipulator ensures they never have to take responsibility. This leaves you feeling isolated, misunderstood, and increasingly powerless within the relationship. Today's culture of entitlement has made emotional manipulation even more sophisticated. Every action you take, whether it's needing space, asking a question, or setting a boundary, can be reframed as a betrayal. The manipulator uses modern tools like social media to gather sympathy and justify their behavior. Outrage is weaponized, and victimhood becomes a performance. This new level of manipulation makes it even harder to see what's really going on. These relationships' expectations are always one-sided. The manipulator demands loyalty, transparency, and commitment from you, but refuses to offer the same in return. They keep their options open, hide their actions, and behave as if they're single. Meanwhile, you're expected to give everything without question. This imbalance turns the relationship into a menu where they pick all the benefits and leave you with nothing. Whenever you try to set boundaries or ask for fairness, the manipulator puts on a show of victimhood. They seek sympathy from friends, family, or even strangers online, painting themselves as the wronged party. This performance not only justifies their behavior but also isolates you further, making it harder to get support or validation for your own feelings. Double standards are a hallmark of toxic relationships. The manipulator allows themselves freedoms they would never tolerate from you. For example, she can have male friends, use dating apps, and send private messages, but your harmless interactions are labeled as emotional cheating. Her mistakes are forgiven instantly, while yours are used as proof that you're untrustworthy. This relentless double standard keeps you on the defensive, always trying to prove you're innocent. These dynamics, logic doesn't stand a chance. No matter how reasonable your explanations, feelings always override facts. Even simple things like paperwork, old contacts, or forgot forms are twisted into evidence of betrayal. You find yourself constantly explaining, defending, and apologizing for things that shouldn't even be issues. This emotional chaos keeps you walking on eggshells, never sure what will trigger the next accusation. Living in a relationship like this means you're always on edge. Every word, action, or even silence can be misinterpreted and used against you. You become hyper-aware of their moods, constantly adjusting your behavior to avoid conflict. This chronic stress takes a toll on your mental and emotional health, making it harder to see the situation clearly or take steps to protect yourself. Healthy relationships thrive on chaos and emotional warfare. Boundaries are seen as threats, and saying no is treated like a declaration of war. Any attempt to stand up for yourself is quickly labeled as toxic or selfish. This environment of constant conflict ensures that you're always on the defensive, never able to relax or feel secure in the relationship. The core of these toxic dynamics is entitlement without responsibility. The manipulator expects to get their way no matter the cost to you. They believe they deserve special treatment but refuse to be held accountable for their actions. This sense of entitlement fuels the cycle of manipulation, making it nearly impossible to establish a healthy, balanced relationship. Over time, being in a relationship like this erodes your self-esteem. You start to doubt your own perceptions, question your worth, and feel powerless to change the situation. The constant criticism, blame, and emotional manipulation chip away at your confidence, making it harder to leave or even recognize the abuse for what it is. First step toward healing is recognizing the pattern. Understanding that these behaviors are not normal or acceptable is crucial. Once you see the manipulation for what it is, you can begin to set boundaries, seek support, and reclaim your sense of self. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, honesty, and accountability, not chaos and control. Breaking free from a toxic relationship is never easy, but it's possible. Surround yourself with people who support and believe in you. Focus on rebuilding your confidence and trust in your own judgment. With time and self-care, you can move forward, leaving manipulation and double standards behind. Remember, you deserve a relationship where accountability, respect, and love are mutual.